Hello students, we are continuing with motion and this is the 6th video under the chapter motion, part 6. In this video, we will study about the derivation of equations of motion by graphical method. We have 3 equations of motion, and all these equations, all the numericals which are asked in the exam are based on these 3 equations. Either one can be used in one numerical or a combination of 2 are used. So these 3 equations of motion are very, very important. First, you should learn them by heart, all the 3, and you should know their usage in numericals. So I am writing these 3 equations. These are, first is V is equal to U plus AT. Second is S is equal to UT plus half AT square. Third is V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. So these are number 1, 2 and 3. 3 equations of motion. V is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT square, and V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Now we should know what are these notations. All of you know V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, S is distance traveled or displacement, then T is time interval, and A is acceleration, and this acceleration is uniform acceleration. All of you know what is uniform acceleration? When the change in velocity is uniform, that is, uniform acceleration is rate of change in velocity where change is uniform and the object is traveling in a linear line or in the same direction. Then the acceleration is uniform. All of you know V is final velocity, U is initial velocity, A is acceleration, T is time, S is, and their units, all of you know, meter per second. These are SI unit, distance in meter, in time in second, and acceleration is meter per second square. So these are their units, and these are the notations used in 3 equations of motion. You learn by heart all these 3 equations of motion. Write 10 times in your notebook. So these are 3 equations. What are the characteristics of these equations? When they are valid, they are valid only for uniformly accelerated motion. That is, accelerated motion. It means the acceleration should be uniform. It means the change in velocity should be uniform per unit time. So these are valid for when the acceleration is uniform. In non-uniform acceleration, they are not valid. And second, they show relationship between velocity, both the velocities, velocity, distance or displacement, time and acceleration. They show relation between velocity, distance or we can say position. By distance we know the position of the object, velocity, position, time and acceleration. Relationship in between four, these are being given by these three equations of motion. Now the first equation of motion we will derive all the equations of motion by graphical method. So I am taking the first one, that is u is equal to u plus at. For this, first I have to plot a velocity time graph or VT graph. First of all, a VT graph is drawn like this. You have drawn it before also. A VT graph is drawn like this, and on this axis time is there. This is x-axis, and on this axis velocity is there, and this is y-axis, and this is the origin O or 0. So here the graph line which we plot is not at 0. We plot this graph line from here, and this graph line, it shows uniform acceleration because the velocity is increasing, the change in velocity is uniform and time is going like this. It is increasing in this direction, velocity is increasing in this direction. We will give point this as A, this as B, and this is the origin O. Now this is velocity time graph or VT graph. Now what we do, we plot or drop this perpendicular from B to the x-axis or the time axis T. One perpendicular is also drawn from B to this y-axis where velocity is there. So two perpendiculars are drawn, and we also join this point A to this perpendicular B, which is drawn from B. Now we will give the names A, B, this is C, suppose this is C, this is D. So now this is the graph line AB which show uniform acceleration. From the initial velocity is point A, the final velocity is point B. From B, a perpendicular is drawn which is BD, and from A, a line parallel to the x-axis is drawn which is like this. This AC is parallel to OD. This is the time axis, and this line AC is drawn parallel to OD. In this way, we made this velocity time graph. Now, we will derive the first equation, and this equation is also known as, show the relationship between velocity. This is also velocity time relationship. This equation also show the relationship between velocity and time, and this is the first equation. And this we have to prove, we have to derive v is equal to u plus at. How will we derive? First, we see here, this is from point A, initial velocity u is here, and this is the final velocity. So this dB is final velocity v. This dB is final velocity v from origin to this point B. OA is the initial velocity. I am writing here OA is the initial velocity u, and this AC is equal to OD, which is time interval t. This AC is equal to OD, which is time interval t. So this AC is equal to t, this OA is equal to u, and this BD is equal to v. Now if I want to know what is this BC, so you will see that this BC is equal to BD minus DC. This BC is equal to BD minus DC or CD, one and the same thing. So this BC is equal to BD minus DC, and this DC is AO, or we can write is equal to BD minus OA. Now we know this OA is U, this BD or DB is V, so this BC is now V minus U. Are you following this? OA is U, then this BD or DB, one and the same thing, is V, the final velocity from the origin up to point B. This is the final velocity, so it should be V. Now this AC is equal to OD, both are parallel and same, and this shows time interval t. Now we want to know what is this BC. This BC is this BD minus this CD or DC, one and the same thing. So it is equal to BD, and this DC is equal to OA, BD minus OA. And this BD, as I have written here, is V, or we can write it BD. One and the same thing. So this BD is V and this OA is U. So this BC is V minus U, and this AO is U, this AC is T. Now is it clear to all of you? Now the other thing, all of we know this is the slope of the graph, this AB, it is showing the uniform acceleration, and the slope of the graph, as all of you know, is the quantity on y-axis upon the quantity on x-axis, and the slope of this VT graph, it is equal to acceleration A. So this acceleration A is the slope of this VT graph, and slope, always the slope of every graph is y-axis upon x-axis. So we will write what is y-axis. Here y-axis is this much. The graph starts from A, it completes on B. So for this graph line, the y-axis from B to C, and we know from B to C, so we can write y-axis is BC upon x-axis is AC. This is the x-axis for this AB graph. So the vertical y-axis is BC and horizontal x-axis is AC. Is it clear to all of you? BC upon AC. Now we know this BC is V minus U and this AC is T. It means the slope or acceleration is V minus U upon T. Now we get acceleration is v minus u upon t, or we can write v minus, rearranging the equation, what we get, v minus u is equal to a into t, or v is equal to, this u comes here plus at. A into t is 80. This u comes here on this side, it becomes plus. So v is equal to u plus 80. In this way, first equation is derived in graphical method. Have you follow all this? Because the other two equations, they are also follow the same pattern. I will again repeat. This is the graph line or acceleration, uniform acceleration. This distance is initial velocity u, OA. This complete distance dB is the final velocity. But as the slope of the graph should be y upon x, the y for this graph is BC and x for this graph is AC. This AC is equal to OD, that is time. Is it clear? Now we want to know what is this BC. This BC is BD, this full minus this, very simple. So BD minus CD is BC. Now this CD is equal to OA. So this BC is BD minus OA. Now OA is U and BD is, this complete is V. So BC will be V minus U. And the slope of the graph, y upon x, BC, this is BC upon AC, or V minus U upon T. When we rearrange this equation, we get V is equal to U plus AT. In this way, first equation is derived from graphical method. Now we will derive the second equation, which is known as this equation is, the second equation is position. Show the relationship between position and time. Position is distance. By distance, we can know the position. So it shows the position time graph, position time relationship, and second equation is this. We have to derive what is, I forgot to write what is S. S is displacement or distance. So we have to draw displacement or distance is equal to ut plus half at square, and this relation we also derive from the same velocity time graph. We have this graph and now we all know the values of all this. We know that is distance from VT graph, that is velocity time graph, distance from VT graph is area under graph. That is, the distance from a VT graph can be calculated by area under graph. What is the area under graph in this graph? This AB is our graph line. So the area under graph will be everything below this AB up to the x-axis. So this OABD is area under graph. Distance from VT is known from area under graph, and here the area under graph in this graph is O, A, B and D. B and D. So if we know the area of OABD, which is a trapezium, then we can know the distance traveled by the body which is moving in a uniform direction, in a straight direction with a uniform acceleration. This line is straight, slanting straight line. So this is acceleration and it is uniform. So if we know the area of OABD, this area of OABD, then we can know the distance traveled by the body. How? So this area we can know in a simplified manner if we know the area of this triangle ABC. This trapezium can be divided into two, triangle ABC and rectangle OACD. OACD. If we know the area of this triangle and this rectangle, and if we sum up both the area, then we will get the area of this trapezium, and this area will be equal to the distance travelled. Is it clear to all of you? Are you following? Now we will calculate the area of this triangle. So area of triangle ABC is equal to half base into height. Area of triangle 2 is half base into height. So it will be equal to half base is AC into height is BC. We know this AC is T. So half T into BC is V minus U. Half T V minus U will be the area of this triangle. Now we will calculate area of rectangle. Rectangle is OACD. OACD. Area of rectangle is into length into breadth. Length is, we can take anything, T. Suppose this T is length, or we can write first, instead of T, we should write OD. OD is length into height is AO. This AO is height, OD is length, OD is T and AO is U. So we can write TU or we can write UT, one and the same thing. So the area of this rectangle is UT. When we combine both the areas as distance travelled is area of this plus area of this. So we are joining combining the two. So area under graph, which is equal to distance travelled, S, is equal to half this T into V minus U plus UT, area of this and area of triangle, area of rectangle. So these two, we join these two. Now we know we have to change this V minus U because we want S is equal to UT plus half T half AT square. So this is our motto, to have this equation S is equal to UT plus half AT square. We have to change this V minus U. How to change this? We know that acceleration, we know this formula, we should write V know. A is equal to V minus U upon T. Rate of change in velocity is acceleration. This formula we know. and so this v minus u will be 80 by rearranging this equation. All of us know that acceleration is change in velocity, rate of change in velocity. A is equal to v minus u upon t. So v minus u will be 80. Now replacing the value of, substituting value of v minus u from equation. Suppose this equation is 1. From equation 1. What will we get? S is equal to half t, then 80 plus ut. Instead of this v minus u, we put 80. So half t into 80 plus ut, or half, this t and t will be multiplied half, or we can write it is like half 80 square plus ut, or we can rearrange this ut plus half 80 square. This is equal to S. So in this way, second equation is also derived by graphical method by this velocity time graph. Is it clear? Nothing is different from the first one. First we calculate the area of this triangle, then area of this rectangle. Both we know the this formula, half base into height, length into breadth, and we get this equation, half t v minus u plus ut. The important is we have to change this v minus u to 80. How? By this formula of acceleration. A is v minus u upon t, so v minus u will be 80. Putting the value of this v minus u as 80 in this equation, we get half t 80 plus ut. Rearrange this, 80 square plus ut, you write ut first and 80 afterwards, one and the same thing, and we get S, or distance covered by the body, as ut plus half 80 square. So the second equation is also derived by the same velocity time graph. So now we will derive the third equation of motion. And this equation of motion, it shows relationship between position and velocity. Velocity, position relationship. This is velocity, this is position. So position velocity relationship is drawn by the third equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So we will derive from the same graph. So what will we do? First we will know the distance. We know the distance. Distance in a VT graph, or I am writing distance. Distance covered by the body in VT graph is equal to area under graph, as we have taken in this equation. So this is the graph, area under graph, you know, all the area below this graph line up to this x-axis, again OABD is the area under graph. Now we will take OABD as a trapezium and we will calculate the area of this trapezium by taking the formula for the area of trapezium. So the distance covered, area under graph will be area of trapezium OABD. So the area of trapezium will be the area under graph like this area, the complete area under graph, this is the graph line up to x-axis. This complete area will give us the distance traveled by the body. Now what is the formula for area of trapezium? It is half sum of parallel sides into distance between them. So sum of parallel side into distance between them. So this is, so the parallel side in this trapezium, the parallel sides are, I will write, parallel sides are OA, which is U, and plus BD is the other parallel side, which is V. So parallel sides are OA and BD, and the distance between them the parallel side is this one, OD, which is equal to T. This OD is equal to T. So the area of trapezium will be, now we will write, putting these value, half sum of OA and BD, that is, we can write V plus U, and sum and distance between them into T. Distance between them is T. So now we get the equation half V plus U into T. Are you following this? Area of trapezium is half sum of parallel side. Parallel side at V and U, their sum is V plus U into distance between them. Distance is T, so into T. We get this. But we want to know V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. Here S is equal to, so this is S is equal to this. Now this is the third one, position velocity relationship. There is no time taken. Time is not taken in this equation. Time is eliminated. Have you seen T? There is no T. So time is eliminated in this equation. Time is excluded. No time is there. But in this equation, we have time. So we will exclude this time from this equation. How? Again, the same formula of acceleration. We know, we can write here, we know. A is equal to rate of change in velocity. So by this we can say AT is equal to V minus U. AT is equal to V minus U. So this, or T is equal to, I am writing here, or T is equal to V minus U upon A from this equation. V minus U upon T, AT is V minus U, T is V minus U upon A. Is it clear? Suppose this is equation 2, or you can say 1 or 2, any. So now replacing the value of T from this equation, I will write here, replacing value of T from equation 2. What will we get in this equation? S will equal to half V plus U into t. Instead of t, we will write v minus u upon a. So the value, now we know v minus u upon a. So in this equation, instead of t, we write v minus u upon a, and we know that v plus u into v minus u. All of you know from algebra, it is v square minus u square. All of you know this. V plus u into v minus u is v square minus u square from algebra. So s is equal to half. Both these are multiplied as v. So this s is equal to half v plus u into v minus u upon a. V plus u into v minus u is v square minus u square. So s will be half v square minus u square upon a. Now rearranging this, 2as. 2as is equal to v square minus u square, or we can put this v minus u on this side. V square minus u square is equal to 2as, which is our third motion of equation. In this way, by this VT graph, this equation is also derived graphically. All three equations of motion, they are very important, and all the numericals in the exam are asked based on these three equations, and these equations are valid only when the acceleration is uniform, or for uniform accelerated motion. So all of you should learn these three equations and should write in your books the derivation of these three equations depending upon the graph. The mathematical derivation is not in your syllabus, only the graphical derivation. So you make this graph separately for all the three equations, because in exam it may be possible that out of these three any one is asked. So draw this VT graph separately for all the three equations and try to derive them in your notebook separately, and we will do some numerical based on these equations in the next video. This is all for today. Thank you.